Guys, I just want to talk to you about something that's, quite strange, unusual, but it might be relatable to somebody out there. You've probably heard me talk about spiritual attack before, but I want to talk about a personal experience that might help someone. I know it's a bit, bizarre. Witchcraft is a wicked spirit. A witch is someone who thinks she has too much of that. No, she has too much of that. I should have all of that. How can she have that? And I have this, and that thing is shining there. I must have that too. She's not going to have that. So how they operate is they will go into the spiritual realm. So you wouldn't see what they're doing physically, but in the physical realm, they may be seen as someone who's spiritual, someone who has a lot of wisdom. You sense that spirituality aspect of them because you know that something spiritually about them. But you don't know that the spirituality that you're sensing might not always be good. So they operate in the spiritual realm. And you might think, why does a bad person get favor? It doesn't matter. Some of these bad people, they work for the devil. The devil has his workers everywhere. Remember, the devil was once an angel. The devil will never come to you in a form of something you hate. It will always come to you in a form of something you love. So a witch is someone who goes into the spiritual realm, takes your good fortune, steals your star, steals your career, steals your marriage ring, steals your life. Witches operate by doing things to work in their favor. If they wanted, they can be in the center stage right now if they wanted. They can. Because when they're working with their so-called spirit team, which is actually a wicked, evil team, they will give them what they need. Okay, you destroyed this girl today, here's your blessing. Go to kill that person, here's your blessing. They go into the spiritual realm and you're going to think, hold on, but the person's so lovely. Sometimes when these witches are working and they have evil plans, their team of evil people will help them. So their evil team will give them the spirit that people will like them. Will give them some kind of, they will do some kind of spell that people will favor them. I remember I had a dream about one girl. I had a dream about this girl. And we were sitting on a carpet. And there was one lady in a dream. And I was sitting next to the girl that I've always like, what is up with this girl? So in my dream, there was a white lady. She gave this girl like a potion. And when she gave this girl a potion, she said to the girl, this is for you. This potion is to make things work in your favor. This potion will make people love you. This potion will make people like you. This potion, will be good, will get you good energies. You don't have to be good at what you do. And it was like a bottle like this. It's like like an Aladdin bottle, something like Aladdin type of bottle. It was purple. And that's what I remember in my dream. So when I woke up, I was like, oh shit, now it's making sense. People sometimes go to people to do spells. So I went to TB Joshua, the late TB Joshua's church 4 years ago. And I was in Nigeria at the time and I really wanted to go to the church because I always would watch it on TV and I thought, it'll be a good idea to go there. So I was lucky enough to meet the pastors there because it was a proper, popular church. And I waited hours to get in, hours. And when the service finished, I waited to see TB Joshua. So when TB Joshua prayed, he touched my head. So he touched my head. When I get back to London, can you imagine? Every opportunity that was being blocked for me then opened. I then got offers from jobs. I then got offers from commercials. I then got offers from different TV companies asking me to do this, I'm not qualified for them people. They're the ones that have been getting the job. And the ones that are not qualified, that I have the qualifications for, are the same ones who ruined my job, ruined my finances that I was even trying to help, at the time, my mum with. These witches, they get jealous that she has money. How come she has more? They don't know you have family problems at home. They don't know if you're helping your mum with the light bill. They don't know. And then they say, how dare she have money? She has more money than me. That's when they start their evil. Problems you're facing at home, they just see you. She has money. That's when they start their evil. This one particular person who, not only did they ruin my job, I've met that person, nothing in my life has been going right. And the only reason I believed that at the time is because I was experiencing some heavy, serious mental mental like struggles. And when I tell you mental, it's not the stuff where people go, oh, I'm under depression, I've got mental. It's mental as in like something like you can't control. Like it's not even like I'm feeling sad or depressed today. It's like it was actually a mental struggle. And there's times that it would happen that I would actually show people proof. I'll be like, look what's happening to me. And they'll be like, oh my God. They will tell their friends, look. How do I know my glory has been stolen? So I already stated that, I did art in college, whatever. Every job that I wanted to do, and I've tried different avenues. I've tried TV presenting, filming, dancing, acts. I've tried every type of job, and it just seems like certain people or particular person, every time I change my job, they change their route. I'm going here, you're going that same direction. Oh, but I thought you was doing this, now you're doing this. Okay, I'm doing that, now you're doing this. And then everything that was supposed to work for me, like I even knew like certain people that work in, was it Universal? Universal Music Studios? This was like 6 years ago. I knew someone who worked in Universal Music Studios. This guy just cut me off randomly because I went to the voice auditions in the UK, so that's how I met. So the person at the Universal Music Group just, shouted at me, had a go at me, and I put 2 and 2 together. So I was thinking, where did that come from? So I feel like certain people know me, like they know me from maybe like when someone has posted me, they've probably seen me when I've commented on somebody's channel, maybe they've seen me through there from the past. So from when certain people, I feel like they've known me before I know them. So that's how the evil started. Like they already were doing evil before I was even aware of them. And I put 2 and 2 together and I saw he was following the same girl that people have been attacking me for. So this person is like, everything I'm doing, they're now doing. Like, it's like they're stealing spiritually, but it's manifesting physically. And anytime I've been in contact with that specific person, that's when I've had things like, my house almost gets set on fire. I've almost been attacked on the road. And it's not them. They don't have to particularly say it. But once you're in an energy of somebody that's a witch, you don't know what kind of like incantations they're incanting so that things around you will be, bad. How do I know my glory has been stolen? So I already stated that, I did art in college, whatever. Every job that I wanted to do, and I've tried different avenues. I've tried TV presenting, filming, dancing, acts. I've tried every type of job, and it just seems like certain people or particular person, every time I change my job, they change their route. I'm going here, you're going that same direction. Oh, but I thought you was doing this, now you're doing this. Okay, I'm doing that, now you're doing this. There was a neighbor, he was a man, and he had a rat in his house. And everybody around that neighborhood did not know why nothing was going well for them. They didn't know why nothing. And guys, I'm not being fooled by Nigerian movies, but sometimes you have to take this as a lesson. None of them knew why nothing was going right for them. The lady will say, oh, she's pregnant. Then you go, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. He will run back into his house to the rat. She loses her baby. One guy said, oh, hello, uncle. I want to go to, I want to travel abroad. I want to do my studies. He goes, oh, you will pass. You will make it. You will pass. Then he will run back in his house and go to the rat. They now cancelled his trip. He didn't study. Then another one. He bought a new Akada. He was doing Akada business. Oh, I've got my Akada business turn. I've got my Akada business. He's like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. He went back into his house. So literally, he destroyed everybody around that neighborhood's life. And everybody was just suffering up and down. But the funny thing is, they trusted him. They treated him like a king. They will buy him food, give him food, kneel down for him, beg him, love him off, help him. Anytime they need, they will be gisting him, giving him all their secrets. They didn't know this was the one behind all of their problems. They were all fighting each other, blaming each other, fighting themselves, doing toast. But the one they thought that had a good heart, the one they thought that was clean, was the one behind all of their problems until they called a pastor and he confessed. They couldn't believe it. They were in shock, but they forgave them at the end. Sometimes these witches, they see your destiny, they see your glory, they see your light. They're thinking, Look at the way men are looking at her. Look at the way she's shining bright. Why is her skin? I had a lump on my hip. And the fact that I had almost, I don't even know if it's a leopard skin. I almost thought it was skin cancer. The stuff that I've been dealing with health-wise, guys, I'm telling you, it's not natural and not normal. And it's been the operation of a wicked person in my life. Very, very, very desperate for evil. Desperate for evil. And the thing about these witches, they will stalk you. They stalk and they copy you for spiritual reasons. Not because they like you or admire you. They stalk and they copy you because they want to make sure people see them. They want to be you because they want you. They want to be you because they want your life to end. So they want people to see them as you and you as nobody. So the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And if they don't have people around them, who are they killing, stealing, and destroying? Who are they using? They need to use people to elevate them. And you know what? You'll be thinking, oh, this person has too much confidence. The devil has given them confidence. They have the confidence because they must reach the top for a reason. The devil will never bring somebody that's bad, that's like a wolf. You'll be like, everybody will be like, no, we don't want them, get them out, get them. They have to bring somebody that people love so that when they're doing their evil, nobody will suspect it. By the time the person has risen, nobody can stop them. They've grown too much. I never wanted to believe in it, guys, before. I just used to think to myself sometimes, why is nothing working out for me? Nothing works out for me. I've literally tried everything. And you can't say, oh, this job is not for you, that job is not for you. Literally, it's difficult for me to do anything. And people just see me and think, oh, she's got an easy life, things are going well for her just because I'm a positive person. They don't know how difficult it is for me to get the smallest things, you know. And some of the things that I've even seen and dealt with before, you know, I was aware of these things and knowing that it was real, I'm not gonna lie, I was popular. I did know a lot of people, but then I kind of like distanced myself and got a very, very, very paranoid, you know, growing up as a child and, you know, going to church. I don't know if you guys know, there's a powerful church that I used to go to called MFM. It's quite powerful. So, you know, that then, like, I'd go to that church and people would ask me, randomly out of the blue, like, what church do you go to? And I'm thinking, oh wow, so it's actually real. Like, this shit is real. I know who's done it. I know who's done black magic on me. I know who's done witchcraft on me. I also know who's, you know, done some wicked stuff in my life. And you know what? I'm actually grateful and I thank God because you know what? A lot of people don't know who is behind their problem. But I'm grateful to God that God not only reveals to me in my dreams, he reveals to me in signs. And if God wasn't real and if God didn't love me, he wouldn't reveal to me and us like who and what is going on. So I've had a lot of obstacles in my way. Like, it was spiritual when, for example, like, I would not do anything wrong and I would get in trouble at work for no reason. Like, I'd get shouted at, like, I'd get, you know, abused in certain type of ways. And I said, okay, this is spiritual because I know I've been doing my job. I know what I've been doing is right. And it affected me in a heavy way. And since then it's kind of like changed me to not be as nice as I used to. Different types of dreams where I've woken up with cuts and scratches on my body. I've had dreams where the enemy attacked my body and then I developed the same lump I saw in my dream that the enemy attacked me with is the same lump that happened to me. Along the way, that's when I would say, okay, there was a lot of obstacles put in my way. I knew like it was spiritual when, for example, like I would not do anything wrong and I would get in trouble at work for no reason. Like get shouted at, like I'd get, you know, abused in certain type of ways. And I said, okay, this is spiritual because I know I've been doing my job. I know what I've been doing is right. And it affected me in a heavy way. And since then it's kind of like changed me to not be as nice as I used to be. And another thing is, I know somebody who did glory stealing with me because it's like, we have the same job, which is fine. Everyone has the same job. But why do we have the same job? Why do we have the same man? Like at the time, like, you know, we have the same career. We have the same job. We have the same opportunity. Everything that I do and was aspiring for that fell and, you know, began to like have a lot of obstacles is the same thing that person has. The man, she has the man. The job, she has the same job, you know, and I've had many dreams of that same person where, you know, I would wear a certain outfit and in my dream, that person will walk behind me and look at me so sadly in such a sad way. And then when they started having the same things I have, so for example, when my job was going, my job crumbled, when my relationship crumbled, when everything crumbled, is exactly what I have, is what this person has. The same specific stuff. Big green snake in my dream before I was aware of these things being real. Following that trail of that person behind. When I stopped talking to that person, I stopped having dreams. The thing is, you have to understand and you have to pray for God for wisdom and know what is what. Because sometimes you could be having dreams of people that are close to you, that are, you're just having the dreams because they're close to you, they're in your energy. Then there's dreams where God wants to show you that person is not for you, be careful. And there's dreams where God wants to help you. So you have to know and distinguish where the dream is. And it's not everybody that you dream about, but if you keep having the same specific dreams of the same person and it is bad, that God is trying to tell you something. Even when you don't have bad thoughts towards somebody and you keep having same dreams of somebody appearing in your dream, hating, and you can see them hating in real life. Not only that, you have severe obstacles in your way, but that person has everything that you basically had. I can't explain it. Some would think that I'm quite lucky, growing up. But I would say I'm a hard worker. Since the age of 14, I've always been doing something. I've even, from 10, I joined a drama school. I was in drama class. So it would go up and down and up and down. And my brain, and my friend was called, one of my friends, male friends from work was calling me. And I was like, listen, I need help. I can't concentrate. Something's happening to my mind. My body's going in and I've never had that sensation. It's the worst feeling in the world. I would just be doing normal things of what it felt like. It was like a whoosh. I kept having that bad sensation. And then my doctors told me to go to a psychologist. And then when I talked to the psychologist about what was happening, I didn't care about certain things. The curtains were making me feel uncomfortable. Everything was making me feel uncomfortable. Everything was coming closer. I just felt like something was pulling my skin. Something was whoosh. And to the psychologist, they said, oh, maybe you need to go into theatre. And I was angry. So then I went to church and they prayed. Problem that I was having, I had to cut a lot of people off because I'm like, I don't know if you're behind it. I don't know if you're behind it. I don't know if you're behind it. And it's the more they get closer to me, the more the sensation is getting worse. It's I can't have anybody around me. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. So I told my mum about it. I prayed about it, and it calmed down. This is happening for 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 28. So I would say about 7 years, I get a bad sensation. That pulling sensation that I told you, it comes back every twice a week. I feel that pulling sensation and then something bad will happen. I tried to tell my friends about it, but they said sometimes it might be a good thing. It might be your spirit protecting you. So I was scared. I didn't know what was happening. So I would pray about it. I'm like, I don't want to, if anything, I don't care about anything in this life. I don't want that sensation. That is the worst feeling sensation ever in my life. I've got a master's degree in TV production. I did a film for the BBC. When I was at uni, a lot of people looked up to me. They were inspired by my work and I'd help a lot of people and along the way and whatever. So I found it difficult getting work, and I did jobs that people were like, why are you doing this? Charity jobs, waitressing jobs, all the lowest jobs that you can think of, but I wouldn't even go into that. And I just found anytime I'd go into a job, I'd have a problem, or I'd just have a problem. Even when I put up my CV, there'll be a block. I remember one time I applied for one website that have loads of creative jobs, and ITV called me in and said, you're applying for I thought they called me in for an interview. They said, you're applying for too many applying for too many jobs. Do you actually know what you want to do? I'm just no, it's just that I'm not getting the job. So that's why I'm applying for different fields. So I've seen a lot of witchcraft operating in my life. I've seen where one time I gave my food to someone. I wouldn't say too much about the person. I'm not going to expose much. I gave the food to somebody and my food to hold. And when I came back, they were doing something to the food when I was younger. But I didn't put any judgment. And then for some reason, she walked back with her friend and they were like, I think she knows, I think she knows. I was thinking, why are they saying this to me? Why are they saying I think she knows? But anyways, my spirit said, do not eat that. Whatever you gave to her, do not eat it. Do not eat it and you're going to see what happens to her. When I went home that day, I prayed and I said, God bless her. Next day, she ended up in hospital for a long time. Then I said, oh, this is real. Okay, moving on. That was years ago. I knew witchcraft was operating in my life because I would have dreams where I would wake up with scars and then wake up, you know, in certain, you know, I would find it difficult to breathe, and, you know, things like getting out of bed was difficult, and I'd get loads of headaches and I'd feel dizzy, and I would work so hard. I would try my best to do everything and nothing was working for me. Like, even like my driving, you know, I had a car, I was driving on provisional, and, you know, I failed my first test, but it was just emergency stop. Since then, I've been having difficulties, you know, going to, you drive, like every time I'd save up money for a car, it would go missing, it would get stolen, something will happen. And just like my job, driving, you know, meeting people, and I just knew that something wasn't right in my life. I knew, like, at the age, like, I'm 31 now, and I know that, like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and I know that a lot of people aren't where they're supposed to be. But I heavily know that my life has been manipulated by black magic, by witchcraft, by jealousy, by evil eye, by glory stealing. And I know because it's like, it is so much to explain, guys. Just life in general, in terms of my health, in terms of my mental health, in terms of my career. I'm going to be very transparent and honest with you guys, because I know there's other people out there like me that are just scared. And it's like, don't worry, guys. You're not the only one, you know. You're not the only one going through this. I know it's been heavily manipulated by black magic, but because not only have I been told by real prophets and pastors, I've seen it in myself, in my dream, and I've seen signs in reality that my life has been manipulated by black magic, by witchcraft. I know some people have been paying people to slow me down, to cause delays. I've seen with my own eyes somebody do black magic that I don't even know. I don't even want to go deeply into it, but I've seen with my own two eyes somebody do black magic. People would think, oh, she's lazy, she's this age, why doesn't she have this, why doesn't she have that, why can't she do this? Guys, sometimes I get so weak and so tired to the point, like, I just might as well die, because it's like my health has been heavily affected. Someone that used to run, you know, I used to be a runner. I'm really good at sports. I'm really energetic. That's my father, you will never ever fail me. Rock of ages, never fail. As all the best parts of my body, like all the best parts that I would love about myself, my skin, I would get compliments on my skin. I would get compliments on my legs, my teeth, my mouth, like all the best features of me have been destroyed. For example, firstly, let's go into my skin. In 2020, I wasn't living here. I was living in Birmingham. So I was living in Birmingham for a few years and my skin was fine. I then started to develop, and I just noticed when I was around certain people, when I got close to certain people, when I started speaking to certain people on the phone and being close with them, it's one problem after another. Like, 1 minute I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling sick, I will move away. I get close to that person again. Then my skin, like my whole area of my skin, like my body, just, you can't see it, but it had like red marks. You know the marks you get when you're burnt by iron and it turns into like a bubble? Like, you know, you can pop it, the water. So the whole of my skin area, the whole of my body area was affected. And I went to doctors, I went to dermatologists. They don't even know what it is. They don't know what it is. From everywhere, apart from my face has been affected. My whole skin has been affected. You know, my whole area of my body has been affected. And you know, it's even black magic when they don't even assist you or help. Like my skin, my legs, my mouth, like to the point that, guys, I've got a filter on, but to the point that it's like the bones of my mouth has changed, has shifted my face. And I just noticed certain people in my life that whenever things get worse for me, whenever like I put on weight, whenever my skin goes bad, whenever my teeth, my bones are crooked, whenever I get headaches, whenever I break my arms or something is bad, things get better for them. Like energy thing where taking your energy, taking your star. So all the good things about you will be good for them, and all the bad things, they pushed it on you. All the negative works. And yeah, guys, this has started in 2020 again, where, you know, what I told you happened to me in 2016, it almost started reoccurring again in 2016. So not only my health has been affected, financially I've been affected. Anytime I have a piece of money that I'm saying I'm going to use this to help elevate myself or business, it just goes crashing. And like everybody, most people my age are either, I'm not even thinking about marriage, I'm not interested in that, but most people my age are either married or have a family, or have a business, or they have something good for themselves. And I just think like I'm struggling. And since I was born, I just know that I've never had a real chance in life. Since I was born, I've always seen like problems, like non-stop since growing up. So I just feel like I understood it from when I was a child, but when I started believing and stopped laughing at it was when I was an adult. So I was actually kind of thrown into the to the deep end. And I'm not saying black magic for finance, but my finance, my career, my job, my work, my health. Come on, guys. And I have been having dreams about people doing evil on me, people hating on me. Another big area of my life where the enemy has attacked, where they have stolen my glory, is my relationship. The enemy has had eyes on my relationship. I remember I keep having dreams that, for example, let's say I'm talking to a guy now and we're getting to know each other. Every time I meet a guy in my dream, things are like, I don't mean that actually you meeting the guy in the dream, but I mean, for example, you have a dream of your crush or dream of a guy that I would have dreams of this guy or whoever, and the same person that I've been suspecting interfering in my relationship will walk past in my dream. So let's say I'm talking to a guy now. Oh, hi, he's really interested in me and he really likes me. And in my dreams, like, oh yeah, I want a relationship with you. That girl will walk past in my dream in front of the guy. I remember I even had a dream. One guy was telling me in my dream, like, he likes me. Then the girl walked past, started screaming and complaining in the kitchen. Oh, my life, in front of the guy. Then after she did that in my dream, he left me and he moved on to that girl, and him and the girl became like this, started close. But it's not like in my dream she was doing evil, but she was complaining about her life in my dream. So it's the same girl, like every time I see in my dream that I'm with somebody or God is trying to show me, she walks past the guy and the guy leaves me. So it's like almost like a sign that God is trying to show me, but I don't actually understand. I don't actually understand what exactly it means. And this specific person, I keep having dreams about them. Anytime there's a new guy that I know, this person is around that guy. The guys that I'm talking to will ignore me and they will talk to some other girls. They like literally talk to other girls. Like they will have no reason, but they will just stop talking to me, not talk to me. And sometimes if it's a guy that we're getting into a dating stage or relationship, I will have this specific dream about this person. All of a sudden, after that dream, the guy will stop talking to me or remove me. And I find that very strange. You don't just stop randomly talking to people. Like it's affected my relationship to a point where we'll have random arguments. Like that black magic affects us to have arguments, affects them to see me in a bad light. I get accused of stuff, I get blocked, I get shouted at for no reason. People that I would see trying to attack me in the dream is the same people that my old contacts are loving off, my old contacts are speaking to, my old contacts are interested in, the same people that are glowing up. It's like I'm getting fat, my muscles are hurting, I'm feeling like I'm out of breath, dizzy, I'm getting worse physically when I used to honestly be a natural beauty, guys. If you see my body, everything about me, like naturally had a big bum, naturally had a slim waist, like everything about me just like went left. And then all the people that are jealous of me started getting better, and all the people that are jealous of me, the contacts that I lost started speaking to them and laughing off them and attacking me, so, and it's not me, but I'm trying to get you guys to understand how I feel like because when somebody works black magic on you, it doesn't just work black magic on you, it works black magic around the people. Around people that you're around. So it affects your relationship with not only guys but girls, how they see you, how relationships are reciprocated. Some people even work magic so that my social media won't grow, so that nobody will speak to me anymore. So health is bad, so that I can't get up to do anything. And I noticed anytime I pray or go to a specific church, that's or I do some sort of prayer, that's when you see certain people that I've been suspecting calling my phone.